In the annals of history, few events resonate as profoundly as the Siege of Vienna in 1683. An epical clash that heralded the twilight of the Ottoman Empire's dominion in Europe. This siege, a culmination of centuries of Ottoman expansionism, stands as a pivotal moment, not only in military history, but in the narrative of a declining empire grappling with its own limitations and the burgeoning power of its adversaries. It was a clash of civilizations, an ideological showdown between the expanding Ottoman Empire and the stalwart defenders of Christian Europe. The Habsburgs, recognizing the existential threat posed by the Ottoman advance, rallied allies from across the continent, forging a coalition that transcended traditional rivalries and borders. Yet, while the Siege of Vienna marked a resounding victory for the defenders, its repercussions reverberated far beyond the battlefield. The Siege of Vienna stands as a harbinger of the Ottoman Empire's gradual decline. It would continue to recede from its zenith, gradually ceding territory and influence to its rivals. Though it would persist for centuries thereafter, the Siege of Vienna marked the beginning of the end, a watershed moment that foreshadowed the empire's inexorable decline. This included something that was in the heart of Islamic philanthropy, a tradition that spanned centuries, a legacy of benevolence known as Waqf. Waqf, derived from the Arabic word meaning to stop or to hold, emerged in the early days of Islam. Inspired by the teachings of Prophet Mohammed, peace be upon him, and his companions. It was a time when acts of charity and social welfare were deeply ingrained in the fabric of Muslim society. The concept of Waqf allowed individuals to endow property, land, or assets for perpetual charitable purposes, ensuring the continuous benefit of these resources for the community through generations. Throughout history, it played a pivotal role in shaping the socio-economic landscape of Muslim societies. From the magnificent mosques and madrasas of the Abbasid Caliphate to the charitable foundations and hospitals of the Ottoman Empire, Waqf institutions flourished, serving the diverse needs of communities. However, the golden age of Waqf faced challenges in the wake of colonialism and Western influence. Colonial powers imposed new legal systems and secular ideologies, disrupting traditional Waqf practices and governance structures. Yet, amidst these changes, the spirit of Waqf endured. During the Tanzimat era, the Ottoman Empire embarked on comprehensive modernization reforms, seeking to adapt to the challenges of the modern world. While reforms aimed to centralize state control and secularize legal systems, they also led to innovations in Waqf administration and management. The current revival of interest in Waqf in contemporary times, with efforts to modernize its management and adapt it to current socio-economic needs, is a movement that is in constant state of evolution. However, how many Muslims today truly understand the concept of Waqf as part of their daily lives, and how it actually plays an integral part in the development of society and to a nation? It transcends the basic understanding of many Muslims globally. For so long since its prime, it has been reduced to Waqf of property or land that is a mere fraction of its actual possibility. In actuality, it plays a significant role in many Muslim-majority countries and communities worldwide. Governments, organizations, and individuals use it to support various charitable endeavors, including education, healthcare, poverty alleviation, and humanitarian aid. It is, in fact, one of the most valuable components of society building in the Islamic world. It is by itself a civilization builder that enables many functions that would otherwise not work. In the modern world, the understanding of Waqf depends on cultural, social, and legal contexts. It is divided into several categories. Many people view it as a philanthropic tradition deeply rooted in Islamic principles of charity and social welfare. A noble way to contribute to the betterment of society by endowing assets for charitable purposes such as education, healthcare, and poverty alleviation. In terms of socio-economic development, where Waqf is increasingly recognized as a tool for socio-economic development, particularly in Muslim-majority countries and communities. Governments, international organizations, and NGOs are exploring ways to leverage assets to address socio-economic challenges such as poverty, unemployment, and inadequate infrastructure. In the realm of Islamic finance, it is gaining attention as a viable instrument for socially responsible investment. Waqf-based financial products and services, such as Waqf-based Sukuk or Islamic bonds, are being developed to mobilize funds for development projects while adhering to Islamic ethical principles. Despite its potential, it faces legal and regulatory challenges in many jurisdictions, ambiguities in Waqf laws, bureaucratic hurdles, and issues related to governance and accountability can impede the effective utilization of its assets and limit their impact on society. There is also a growing interest in modernizing Waqf management practices to enhance efficiency, transparency, and accountability. Digital platforms, blockchain technology, and other innovations are being explored to streamline the administration and facilitate greater participation from donors and beneficiaries, continuing its quest to innovate and modernize in a modern world. Increasingly viewed as a means of empowering local communities and fostering grassroots development initiatives, community-based Waqf projects, such as neighborhood clinics, vocational training centers, and microfinance schemes, empower individuals and communities to address their own socio-economic needs. Most importantly, Waqf today is not limited to Muslim-majority countries and communities. It is gaining recognition globally as a unique form of philanthropy and social investment that transcends religious boundaries. Non-Muslim organizations and individuals are also exploring Waqf-inspired models for charitable giving and sustainable development. Overall, it continues to evolve in the modern world, reflecting changing societal needs, economic realities, and technological advancements. While it faces challenges, it remains a potent force for positive change, embodying the timeless values of generosity, compassion, and social responsibility in line with the belief of the pillars of Maqasid Sharia. With turmoil and constant challenges faced in the Muslim world, this is perhaps the perfect time for a sort of Waqf revival where its true understanding and potential are developed and utilized. Waqf can be used to develop communities, empower business, enrich technologies, and expand knowledge to a level not seen before since the Golden Age. All this, of course, begins with a proper understanding of the mechanics of perpetuation to provide a social security system, both in giving and utilizing, both for surviving and growing, both for small communities and nations. Leading this new Waqf revivalism are entities such as the Islamic Development Bank, or IDB, the Islamic Financial Services Board, many independent scholars and experts working in collaboration with government agencies, industry players and ministries and non-governmental organizations, and Islamic banks and financial institutions, all with the aim of bringing together the resources within the Muslim world for the benefit of the ummah, but as parts of nation-building as well. These initiatives begin with legal reforms, research and education, international collaborations, and most importantly, public awareness and promotions. For where would Waqf come from if not the many individuals who do it for their own investment as deeds for the afterlife, which each Muslim believes in? NGOs such as the World Zakat and Waqf Forum serve as a platform to promote and develop Zakat and Waqf as instruments of socio-economic empowerment and poverty alleviation, bringing together stakeholders from various sectors, governments, religious institutions, philanthropic organizations, financial institutions, academia, and civil society to explore the most effective model in taking the Waqf and Zakat understanding to a new future. Platforms such as the Global Waqf Conference, or GWC, are pioneers in the Waqf revival movement. Born out of an urgent realization of the Muslim Economy and Unity Challenge seminar in 2013, Waqf thought leadership, enterprise, and new human capital became new strategic imperatives by all stakeholders across the Muslim world. In Malaysia, the International Waqf Action Council, or IWaqf, the first Waqf NGO, was established in 2018. Today, the tradition of Waqf continues to thrive, guided by the principles of charity, stewardship, and community empowerment. From the bustling city of Kuala Lumpur to the vibrant neighborhoods of Istanbul, funded projects support education, healthcare, social welfare, and economic development. As we look to the future, let us remember the timeless spirit of Waqf, a legacy of compassion and generosity that transcends borders and empowers communities to build a better tomorrow. Enduring benevolence. This is the journey of Waqf through time, a testament to the enduring legacy of Islamic philanthropy. Waqf is everything and for everyone. This video was brought to you by our patrons, with the support of the World Zakat and Waqf Forum. Please visit www.wzwf.ai for more information.